Good evening, this is John Voice, welcoming you to the Sonny Michaels Show, living in the 80s special, being broadcast across Australia and around the world on the MP Network and affiliate stations. Tonight's special guests are Space Party, Mick Medew and Ursula, Stuart Williams, Miles Gilderdale, Bob Short, Phantom Agents, Dave Graney and Clare Moore, Delirium Seeds, Mark Hicks, IZERA, and our very own Stencilled Jazz. Now, man, who when he heard it was chilly outside, he went and grabbed a bowl and spoon. Here's Sonny.
Thank you. Welcome everyone to the Sonny Michaels Show, living in the 80s special. So glad you could join us. Hey, you're a bodacious looking bunch. How is everyone? Well, we've got some great artists on tonight. Some of them showcasing their past as music artists during the 1980s, plus new songs from a couple of show favourites, the usual cast of weirdos, and Sonny's Wheel. And, speaking of weirdos, Mr. John Voice, everyone!
Hi.
How are you tonight, John?
Oh, grody to the max, Sonny. How are you?
Flat out, John. Mm-hmm. Busy, John. Oh. Very, very busy. Mm-hmm. Did you know, John?
No.
It's a scientific fact.
Yeah.
The good-looking people are always busy.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why is that, Sonny?
Well, I could tell you why, John. But right now, I'm very, very busy. Well, folks, as you know, this is our Living in the 80s special. The decade of the 80s started for some of us getting frustrated with Rubik's Cubes, marvelling at your friend's Casio calculator watch, and dealing with strange new feelings related to the hormones raging through your person. Another thing that happened, though, was the discovery of music that was yours. It was totally organic, and some of that music shaped our tastes and played the soundtrack of our teenage years. Tonight, we celebrate a decade of music so diverse we can barely scratch the surface. But our first treat this evening is our very own house band, Stencilled Jazz. Now, they are performing for you The Cure's first top 10 UK 1983 hit, The Love Cats, where it peaked at number 7. Now, the song also reached number 6 on the Australian chart in early 84. Please, make them welcome to the stage to start the show, Stencilled Jazz, The Love Cats.
do anything for you. We should have each other for dinner. We should have each other with cream. Then curl up in the fire, get up for a while. It's the grooviest thing, it's the perfect dream. Hand in hand is the only way to land, and always the right way round. Not broken in pieces like, hey little miss, how can we miss someone as dumb as this? We miss you, it's the love cats. We miss you, it's the love cats. Love you, let's go. Sally
Stencilled Jazz, folks. Give them a round of applause. Now, Stencilled Jazz have a YouTube channel, so head over there, it's right there, and check it out. Just follow the link. Now, the next act on our show is the Australian Capital Territory's pop rockers Space Party, and they've got a really great song for you tonight. It's a cover of A Flock of Seagulls' 1982's Space Age love song. It was the group's fourth single, and it appeared on their self-titled album. The album also features the commercially successful single I Ran So Far Away, which reached number 1 in Australia. I can tell you what, folks, you're going to love this next track from Space Party. Here they are with Space Age Love Song. Superb as usual, Space Party, Space Age Love Song. Make sure you check them out. And if you'd like to know anything more about any of the bands or artists we have on the show, go to www.thesonnymichaelsshow.com. It's time for a break now, and when we come back, we have Ursula letting us in on what drove her 1980s. The other half of their duo, Mick Medew, tells us about his time with the Screaming Tribesmen, musical poet Stuart Williams, and much more, so don't go away.
Hey up, come and get thy bloody lunch. Get full to busting at Sweary Yorkshireman. Come to the bar and get stewing hard for 50p.
Is they sure them prices are right, lass?
Ah lad, cheese and onion pie with beans only £1.50.
What, for a pie?
An onion and a bit of brown vinegar 10p.
Nay, that can't be right.
Plate pie with mushy peas £2.50.
How bloody much?
Take it or leave it, there's nought else.
Alright lass, give us a pie, will you?
Sweary Yorkshireman, Long Batley Road, in God's own country, it's best didn't know.
Nay, that can't be right.
So, what's that, John?
It's a Bucks Fizz.
Bucks Fizz, eh?
Yeah.
I still haven't made my mind up. Anyway, folks, welcome back. Local independent rockers, Mick Medew and Ursula, who, by the way, will be on the show a little later, bringing us the title track of their debut album, Love Is Calling. But right now, we have them both separately telling us a little bit about their 1980s. Ursula's going to tell us about some of the standout music that made an impact on her, and show us the video for the band she was a member of. And then Mick is going to talk about the lead up and the filming of the video for the Screaming Tribesmen's 1987 classic, I've Got a Feeling. Over to you, Ursula.
Hi, Ursula here. Now, I've been asked, what does the 80s mean to me? Well, let's face it, the 80s were the best decade for music ever. We all know that. Yeah, sure, there were no hair straighteners back then, but it was just the best time for me. I was a 20-year-old in 1980, and I'd just like to show you some of the music that I enjoyed back then. The Numbers were a Sydney band with Annalisa Morrow on bass, Chris Morrow and Simon on drums. I saw them every chance I got. I first saw them, I think, in Cloudland with XTC in '79, but when I moved to Sydney in 1980, I used to travel all over Sydney to see them. Fantastic pop band, and great to see a woman on bass. She inspired me a lot. Well, I loved Elvis Costello since 1978 when I first saw him at Festival Hall in Brisbane. I followed him up till probably 85. I loved Get Happy and This Year's Model. I loved all his albums. I've got a lot of his singles. I used to collect all his singles. Used to see him every time he came to Australia. In '82 I saw him 2 nights in a row at the Capitol in Sydney because I just loved him so much. I had the opportunity to meet him backstage and all the attractions back in Brisbane in '84. So Elvis did mean a lot to me, and he introduced me to country music and also to Graham Parsons, and I fell in love with country music through Elvis Costello. We all know what this is, and we all know how much this means to me. Look at those girls. I tried to dance like them, but unfortunately I was a better dancer than them. But anyway, Human League Dare. Wow, the whole look of Phil Oakey, the synthesizers, the drum machine, the pop songs, just everything. Pure class. Love this album so much. Well, I used to like Joy Division. And then they became New Order, and I liked them too. I saw them in 82 in Manly Vale in Sydney, and I used to see them every time they came to Australia. I saw them at East Leagues Club, and then at the Roxy in the Valley. Love New Order. When I started the band, Ironing Music in 82, they were a big influence on us. And then I moved to Brisbane and started another version of Ironing Music with a couple. And I wanted to be Gillian in New Order. And our stage presence was probably a bit like New Order at the time. I was back in Sydney. I like this band. I like the label, M Squared. And they used to put on these shows, the Tinkly Bonk Ball in Surrey Hills in Sydney, with every band just playing for, 20 minutes. One of the bands was Ya Coral, who I absolutely love, and another good pop band from Sydney. I used to follow them around Sydney. They were a lot of fun. Patrick, Tim, Peter, and Patrick, Michael T, and Fiona. Yep, they were so much fun. They used to take the Mickey out of themselves before we could, but people used to yell out K-San and all that sort of stuff, and Hawkwind, but they were a lot of fun, and three people, keyboards, no drums, and fantastic band. Well, you might have realised I like Madonna too. I used to try and dress like Madonna. Back in the 80s, she was just amazing, her style, her pop songs. Look at that look. I mean, just brilliant. Being a Catholic girl like Madonna, I liked all the crosses she wore and the rosary beads. And I just liked to dance. And I still try and dance to Madonna, especially Holiday. This is a great song, Borderline. Love that song too. Oh, bit of play. Here's a band with the drums and guitar. Hunters and Collectors. This is about the mid-80s. I got into them, used to see them at a lot of joint efforts at the uni. And You Don't Make Me Feel Like a Woman Anymore, and the bass sound. I actually first saw them in 1980 when they were a funk band with the Red Pirano on Gas Cylinder. So I loved Hunters and Collectors. I won't keep you too long now. What else have I got? Oh, well, it's not the 80s. If you haven't got a Smiths record, I love the Smiths. They really spoke to a single 24-year-old girl living in Spring Hill. The beautiful lyrics, love all their lyrics. That really captured me. I love to hear, as my mother used to say, well, at least you can understand what they're singing about. And I still like to hear what bands are singing about. If you're going to write words, I want to hear what you're saying. Also the bass playing of Andy Rook, and that guitarist, he was pretty good too, wasn't he? The whole band were fantastic. We used to get together, my friends in Spring Hill, and sit around and listen to the Smiths and drink a lot of goon. Anyway, love the Smiths. So at the end, I'll talk about myself and my band Ironing Music. We released an EP in 85. So there we were, Larry, Shelley and me, self-funded. I started playing drums with them, and then we got into electronic music and ditched the drums and bought a synthesizer, and fell in love with sequences and just tried to be like New Order, an 80's band, and played a few gigs around Brisbane, one with Do Re Mi. It's probably the most, anyway, and some, just do-it-yourself gigs. So we also did a film clip, and we tried to get a record label, but it took us 35 years to get a record label, and that was Medical Records LLC in Seattle, and they released all the demos we did and plus these songs and released it as an album in 2017. Anyway, thanks for listening and have a great show, great 80s show. We love you, Sonny, and that singer from Stencilled Jazz, she's just terrific. So here's our clip, Shopping Bag Women, from Iny Music from 1985, set around Brisbane. You'll see the Botanical Gardens, the old King George Square when there are fountains, and Brett Wolf's in Hamilton, which isn't there either. But I'm still here. Love you all. Thank you.
So sad, so sad, it's so sad, it's so sad, it's so sad, sad, it's so sad, sad, it's so sad, sad, it's so sad, sad, so sad, it's so sad, it's so sad, it's so sad, it's so sad, sad, it's so sad, sad, it's so sad.
Sonny. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the next film clip, which is for Screaming Tribesmen's song I Got a Feeling, which released in 1987. I guess it's a bit of a case of she did me wrong, so I turned up the volume. And this clip was made over 2 nights in Sydney. In those days we used to play 6 nights a week for 6 or 7 weeks in a row. And Friday night was usually the Trade Union Club, and Saturday night was often the Caringbah Inn at Caringbah in Sydney's south. And so it's filmed over 2 nights. We also had a bit of drama the night before, Thursday night in Canberra. We kind of got burgled or ripped off, if you like. We'd finished the show, came off stage, and people had stolen our rider and Bob Wackley's leather jacket, and also our vehicle. We managed to get the vehicle back the next day with a great big hole in the dash where the sound system used to be. And so we drove back up to Sydney with no music to listen to, which kind of helped to keep us sane in those days on the road. And this clip's 2 nights: Friday night at the Sydney Trade Union Club and Saturday night at the Caringbah Inn. This song was #1 on the indie charts and was also a hit for us stateside. We went to tour the United States in 1988 on the back of our album Bones and Flowers, and I Got a Feeling was the lead track. We made 2 film clips for this song. This is my favourite clip. It's the Australian version. And so here it is. It's the Screaming Tribesmen with I Got a Feeling.
Mick Medew and Ursula, everyone. And don't forget, they're returning a little later in the show to give us a squiz at their new video for the title track of their new album, Love Is Calling. Can't wait for that. Now, next up is musical poet Stuart Williams. And as always, he's backed by Maurice from Motown Music School. Stuart Williams, everyone.
Hi, my name's Stuart, the musical poet. Today we're going to be doing two songs. The first one, Hold On Baby, it's a married or a couple struggling with life in general and working things out. And the second song we'll be doing is called One Day. I wrote this one back in 2019 to try and inspire a young man I met. Unfortunately, later he took his life, but he heard the song and he was very impressed. Thank you. Hold on, baby, I'm crazy, yes, crazy for your love. Maybe lately been trying hard to make things better now, 'cause I've seen your tears and I know you're struggling how. So hold on, baby, together we can work it out. Hold on, baby, I'm crazy, it's crazy for your love. Maybe lately I've been trying hard to make things better now. So hold on, baby, I'm crazy, yes, crazy for your love. Maybe lately I've been trying hard to make things better now. So hold on, baby, I'm crazy, it's crazy for your love. So look me in the eye, then you'll realize how much I believe in you. Don't care what people say, only a fool would wish this love away. Someday soon, when we're together and all our troubles far behind us, it won't matter what they've put us through. So come on, baby, I'm crazy, yes, crazy for your love. Together we can work it out. Hold on, baby, I'm crazy, yes, crazy for your love. Maybe lately I've been trying hard to make things better now. So hold on, baby, I'm crazy, yes, crazy for your love. Someday soon, when we're together and all our troubles far behind us, it won't matter what they've put us through. Hold on, baby, I'm crazy for your love. Yes, hold on, baby, I'm crazy for your love. One day, yes, one day, it'll all matter soon. One day, yes, one day, yes, one day soon. One day, yes, one day, it'll all matter soon. One day, yes, one day, yes, one day soon. Do you feel like your sky's falling, falling? And the sun's not up for a dawning? Are you discouraged and have no more courage left to fight another day? Or are you ignoring what the people say? But life is still calling you today. Don't let it pass by you. Please seize the most of every day. One day, yes, one day, it'll all matter soon. One day, yes, one day, yes, one day soon. One day, yes, one day, it'll all matter soon. One day, yes, one day, yes, one day soon. Good friends you'll discover, a sister or a brother to guide you on your way. 'Cause life's an endless journey with countless directions, that's for sure. So if you think you know all the answers and have no more questions to explore, hold on, there's always one more. But life is still calling, one more day. One day, yes, one day, it'll all matter soon. One day, yes, one day, yes, one day soon. So as long as there's stars in the heavens above, I have faith that there's going to be a new day dawning. Mr. Moon's now snoring, and the birds are still calling to welcome a new day. And the sun's still creeping over rooftops and hills and slowly sweeping yesterday's problems away. And I'm sure life will go on for just one more day. Yes, one day it'll all matter soon. One day soon. Yes, one day soon.
Stuart Williams, folks, with the mellow backing of Maurice from Motown Music School, Bentleigh, East Melbourne. And you can check out them at their website at www.motownmusicschool.com.au. Now, we're off to take a short break. When we come back, we have Miles Gilderdale, Bob's Short Shorts and Sonny's Wheel. So don't go away.
Dirt's off to Larry.
Oh no, red wine. 2 identical shirts. We washed one in inexpensive powder and the other in Dirt's off to Larry. And the result? Absolutely bloody nothing. Dirt's off to Larry. The washing powder people talk about.
Take my advice.
Welcome back. Miles Gilderdale is one half of Grammy-nominated jazz guitar duo Acoustic Alchemy and singer-guitarist with his band The Blue Flies. In the early 1980s, Miles fronted a York-based soul pop band called Zoot and the Roots. Now, they appeared on the show Saturday Live, which was broadcast on the 4th of April 1987, and it was a UK variety show, initially broadcast on Channel 4 from 1985 to 1988 and hosted by Ben Elton. The song they performed that night is called Sweat and Tears, and that was was the title track of their recently released at the time single. Now, here's Miles talking about what he can't remember from that evening and the filming of the clip. Miles Gilderdale.
Hey, Milesy here. So you asked me to say a few things about what I remember from that, the Saturday Night Live experience back in the 80s. And the honest truth is very, very little. I remember very little about any gig ever. The actual nature of a gig, for some reason, I guess because I'm at work and I'm thinking about the job in hand. I'm thinking about notes and chords and so forth. And so I don't really remember. I remember the things around it, though. I remember, funny stuff. I remember, the trumpeter throwing cake out the window and all the other crazy stuff that happens around it. But as I say, the actual gig, I can't remember much about it. I remember around that time, I was a bit sad because Snake was leaving the band, the sax player. Apart from that, we were all so convinced that we were going to be superstars. It was just another gig on the way to superstardom. And the rest is history. So there we go. But it was a good laugh anyway. It was nice doing it. It was all these sorts of stepping stones in your upward trajectory that they were good to do. And there we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get a lot hotter now because we've got some live brass sound. We got some good music. We got Zoot and the Roots.
It's a sad night. Who cares? I'm a million written on your brow, yeah. You're traveling, lonely boy, looking for smiles, looking for joy, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're running down your face when you sit all alone now. You're hiding, yeah. But I can see it shining in the dark now. Is that sweat or is it tears? Are you gonna do you feel the years? Who is that sweat or is it tears? That all takes time. So don't you ever think about leaving it all and just wait on the tears. Tears come shower. But don't you think about giving it up because that all takes time. The hoping and stretching and reaching. Will the people take you in the arms now? So sad, so sad. You don't say, but I can see it in your eyes. So is that sweat or is it tears? Are you lonely? Do you feel the years? Who is that sweat or is it tears? That all takes time. So don't you ever think about leaving it all and just wait on the tears? Tears come shower. But don't you think about giving it up because that all takes time. Think about leaving it all and just wait on the tears. Tears come shower. But don't you think about giving it up because that all takes time. Alright everybody, you get yourself together now, 'cause I feel so bad. I'm gonna get myself down. You all say that like I will make it feel so good. I feel so bad. I'm gonna jump back and kiss myself.
Miles Gilderdale, appearing in 1987 with his band Zoot and the Roots. Say, John!
Yes, Sonny.
You know, I've got a bone to pick with you about that Bonnie Tyler GPS you gave me. It's faulty, John.
What seems to be the problem, Sonny?
Well, John keeps telling me to turn around, and every now and then it falls apart. What's up next, Speedy Frank?
Bob Short.
Speedy Frank, everyone.
Speedy Frank.
Now, our dear friend Bob Short is here with another instalment of Bob Short Shorts. Over to you, Bob.
Oh, hi, Sonny. I'm just trying to work out what I'm going to say about the 1980s. I found this on YouTube.
The Evil Dead. They're being shown to a live audience.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, 1982. They released The Evil Dead, and they had to do a TV commercial, and they weren't allowed to show any scenes from it, so they made up an audience to pretend that they were watching it. Sam Raimi was there, as like the night before. The night before was much scarier though, because we'd just been off recording this thing here. That happened in the day before, and then driving back afterwards, as we're going past Liverpool Street Police Station, the police pulled us over, and we were dragged off to the cells, and policewoman did a fairly intimate and unpleasant search of my person. Didn't find anything. That's why I was out in time to do the commercial the next day. But this is what I'm saying. The 1980s were an exciting time. They were actually good fun. And I know lots of people laugh about the fashions, but the fashions were great. Oh yes, that was me in the Face magazine in a dress. The first man to wear a dress in the Face magazine, as it happens. They were the best comic books. They were the best films. Music was pretty good as well, because all of a sudden post-punk didn't have to be the same as everybody else. Everyone was doing wild and different things, but there were fun things. There was sex. There was a lot of sex. There was drugs. There was rock and roll. And these days I hear a lot of people complaining about what young people do today being odd and unusual. Grow up. We were much worse.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Short, everyone. Now, it's time for a message now from our major wheel sponsor. And when we come back, it's time for Sonny's Wheel. So don't go away.
Welcome to Sonny's Wheel. And tonight, the major prize you won't win is a fabulous 4-night holiday for two on the exciting Gold Coast, staying at the world-renowned Chevron Hotel Surfers Paradise and flying TAA the friendly way. And don't let Blakey get you. This On the Buses board game will guarantee minutes of fun for the whole family, complete with a leering jackal on the box from our friends at Dennis Fisher. You can bowl Rover over and give Puss the best with a year's supply of Happy Dog beef and Happy Cat fish bits. And don't forget Nana, like most Christmases, surprise her with a year's supply of hearty meals. Pensioner favourites come as beef stew and seafood medley, all thanks to the wonderful folk at Happy Canning Company. Don't let your guest down with this handcrafted fondue set, made locally from old surgical stainless steel and wood offcuts. This will surely get the party started, courtesy the House of Fondue. Along with this state-of-the-art Hanimex AM/FM cassette player. Enjoy your favourite tunes wherever you go. Hanimex, hey, it works. All always be on time with his handsome wristwatch, guaranteed to be the correct time at least twice a day. It comes with a one-size-fits-all band and a knob to wind it up, courtesy of Iverstone's Jewelers. And get ready to get smart. This set of obsolete World Book Encyclopedia will clutter up your lounge room for many years to come with no hope for resale. And this modern camera is just what you need for capturing those embarrassing moments that you and no one will ever forget. The new Instamatic is fun and easy to use from Kodak, the colours of life. And this set of mismatched dinnerware will add some pizzazz to any table. From the amazing staff at Malamine Warehouse, 6 great locations across the south side. These and more great prizes you won't win here on Sonny's Wheel. Now it's back to you, Sonny.
Thanks, John. Welcome, folks, to Sonny's Wheel, where we give you, the viewers, the chance to win some great prizes generously provided to us by the talented artists we have on the show. Now, wonderful people, you can't win any of the prizes on the wheel intro. You know what, John?
What's that?
It hardly seems any time at all ago, laying by the pool at the Chevron, doing a spot of 10-pin down bowling downstairs and off to see a show at the Skyline Lounge that evening. Amazing times, John, that I've seen in photographs. Anyway, John, tell all the good folk here and at home about the fantastic prizes they could actually win.
Will do, Sonny. The latest CD from Delicados, Nevermore, courtesy of Delicados. The Ups and Downs EP Another Country on CD, thanks to Ups and Downs. Weasel Compact Disc, Rocket Science and Dogma from our friends Weasel. A 50 large 12-inch vinyl EP plus their latest compact disc release thanks to 50 large. The latest Delirium Seeds release, Underland, courtesy of Delirium Seeds. Space Party's most recent release, New Wave on CD from our friends Space Party. The latest CD release from Mick Medew and Ursula, Love Is Calling. 5 Dream Killers CD pack from our very good friends Dream Killers. An autographed picture of Stuart Strauss as a woodsman in the last series of Twin Peaks, courtesy of Stuart Strauss. The new album Complaints by Gravel Sandwich, thanks to the good folk at Gravel Sandwich. And these and many more great prizes you can win on Sonny's Wheel.
Thanks, John. Also, there's our major prize of a $100 voucher to spend at Poison Arrow Retro and Rockabilly Clothing at their online store. And you can use that anywhere in the world. So everyone, here is how we do Sonny's Wheel. The names of all the entrants have been put into the barrel, where I'll give it a tumble and draw out 2 names. When I've done that, I'll spin the wheel twice, 1 for each contestant, and the prize you land on is the prize you win. Now, if you don't land on any of our music prizes, you can still win. Alright. And I'm a winner on Sonny's Wheel mug, and that's exclusive. You can only win one of those here on the wheel. So, let's get going. All the ball! Here it comes. Hey, come on, give it up for this old thing. Hey, isn't that great stuff? Good stuff. I love that at the back. Anyway, folks, the time is right now. I'll tell you all about this too. Check this out. Poison Arrow, our wheel sponsor. Cone Smashers, subscribes to the show. Great stuff, guys, from down Tassie. And check this out, folks. One of our major subscribers to the show. Is that right, Frank? Now, Delish Pizzeria and Cafe in Queenstown in Tasmania. And I'll tell you what, folks, they have got some great stuff. I think they're getting a Sonny Michaels pizza even. Oh, I'll tell you what, from what I've heard, it's got lots of cheese. Yeah. Anyway, they also have Cosmic Psycho Burger and the Screaming Tribesmen Burger. And I'll tell you what, chef's kiss to them. Great stuff. I'm going to tell you what, we've got all the names in here, so guess what? I'm just going to start spinning. I will. Here we go. Okay, folks, come on. Bit of barrel rolling music, please. I love that stuff. I think it's mixed up enough. It's like a show, a bit mixed up enough. There we go. Dave Slade. Hey? Dave Slade. Slade in the 1980s. Run away. That was it. Good stuff. Wasn't that a great band, John? Hey? Wasn't that Slade alive. Never look at that, folks. Bad. None of that love or hate on mine. So Dave Slade, you're the first name pulled out of the barrel. Hey? Make sure it's all locked. Hang on. 1 minute, though. Hello. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. No. Well, John, all I kept asking, is Vic there? Is Vic there? Huh? The 80s. The 80s calling. Dave Slade, first name out. Okay, time to spin the barrel for our next one. Okay. Barrel rolling music, please. Oh, Don Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Liz Foster. Liz Foster, you're the second name out of the barrel. Hey, guess what? Look what I found. We had a big clean up around here. Oh, I've got to be careful. And you too. Watch out, Chad. I love the old magic. It's that time of year, folks. Make sure you're vaccinated. I can't be vaccinated against sneezing though, John. I wish I was. Gets me terrible. Wattle trees, the wattles. This time of year, John. Anyway, bit of magic. I'm surprised it didn't go off when I sneezed. It used to happen on Bewitched all the time. The old auntie, she'd sneeze. Something bad happens. Something always bad happens here anyway when I do this. So. Ebra! Get Ebra! Good stuff. Yeah! Anyway, first name out of the barrel, Dave Slade. All the prizes on here, including the mugs. Up to number 1. Get ready. Get set. Filmed in front of a live studio audience. Ah! Dream Killers. Well, here you go. Dave Slade, you've won a pack. CDs from Dream Killers. Tell them all about it, John.
5 Dream Killers CD pack from our very good friends Dream Killers.
Thanks, John. Now, next name out, Liz Foster. Okay, Liz, get ready for the time of your life on this wheel here. Back to number 1. Number 1, our major sponsor for the wheel, Poison Arrow. Oh, retro and rockabilly clothing. Keep an eye out. Here we go. $16. Well, here you go. How appropriate for this show. I spit on your gravy t-shirts. Hey? What a prize that is. John!
What's on?
We finally gave away some different stuff, so we've got to do some work instead of replaying the old stuff. Tell Liz what she's won.
Congratulations, you've won an authentic ice pit on your gravy shirt, the legendary Melbourne band. This t-shirt is courtesy of Ice Pit on Your Gravy.
Thanks, John. Well, we'll arrange for the winning entrants to get their prizes. Now, if you want to enter your name for Next Barrel, go to www.thesonnymichaelshow.com, follow the links, and it's as easy as leaving your name and email address. Well, that's it for the wheel, folks. Thanks to everyone that entered. Now, we're off to an ad break, and we'll come back with the second part of the Sonny Michaels Show, Living in the 80s special. Please don't go away. Welcome back, folks. Have I got...
Is it time, Sonny? Is it time, Sonny?
Settle down, John. Yes, it's time. Now, good people, it's been a long time since Sonny Michaels busted out a song. I got together Stencilled Jazz, Chris Martin, there he is, and put together this little number. It's a 1982 smash hit by Hall & Oates, Man Eater. The song featured on their 11th studio album, H2O. 11th studio album, can you believe that, John? Anyway, it reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in December 1982, and there it remained in the top spot for 4 weeks, more than any of the duo's 5 other number 1 hits. Anyway, here it is, folks, my loose interpretation of Hall & Oates' Man Eater, featuring our very own Chris Martin, plus a couple of ragtags as well. Here it is. Here she comes, she's a man-eater. Here she comes. She'll only come out at night. Ooh. Here she comes, she's a man-eater. The woman is wild. Ooh. Here she comes. Watch out, boy. Watch out, boy. Here she comes. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Yeah, yeah, she's a man-eater. Hey, what did you think of that, folks? Hey, what do you reckon, John?
Oh, best ever yet, Sonny.
Oh, thanks, John. Thanks, everyone. Now, you know it's easy to be good with the best material. Now, our next act is the mysterious Phantom Agents from Sydney. The track they bring us tonight is called Safe Bullets. Here they are, folks, without further ado. Phantom Agents.
Forget your passes, love the Holocaust. I love the grieving and I love the last. Cause I up to 6 million, up to dead. After COVID and 21 instead. After sitting down the bar by the hour, I can sew, I'm flower power. After so, I put it in the showers of the rain clouds above me. Yo, yes, I'm bound to get told. Yo, it's up and up on the ghetto. Clear your path and do the math, cause I do the math, cause I own the after a taste. Don't let it waste, cause I won't let, I'm the vampire, the diary that won't let you wake up. Not now, I'm firing with a warning. Bullets overhead. I've been firing. Bullets overhead. With a warning. Bullets overhead. 3, 2, 1, dead. Yeah, don't you know, I'm from the ghetto. Actor said, actor healing toe. I born down to the country line skin. Cause I'm the floss, I'm the next to kin. Cause yo, say bullets overhead. Freshen up, I'm the caller, I'm the seed like the Eskimo baller. I'm the so ankle breaking to take. I'm not Liam Nelson, I'm not awake. And the fans on the special set of skills. Fuck it, the tight net skills. I've got to say with the motor skills. I'm with the tight net kills. With a warning, bullets overhead. Bullets overhead. With a warning. Bullets overhead. 3, 2, 1, dead. Forget your passes, love the Holocaust. I love the grieving and I love the last. Cause I up to 6 million, up to dead. After COVID and 21 is dead. After sitting down the bar by the hour, I can sew, I'm flower power. After so, I put it in the showers of the rain clouds above me. Yo, yes, I'm bound to get told. Yo, it's up and up on the ghetto.
Phantom Agents, folks. Now, if you'd like to know more about Phantom Agents or any of the other acts we have on our show, go to www.thesonnymichaelsshow.com and follow the links. Well, folks, as promised earlier, we have Mick Medew and Ursula back on the show, and they are bringing the video of the title track, Love Is Calling, which is off their new release of the same name. And guess what? I've got a copy of it right here. And I was lucky enough to have a little chat to them about this new album. Welcome, How long has it been in the process of this? I know, Mick CD, when did that come out? 2019? Was it?
2020.
2020? That Psychopharmacologist.
September 2020. Was it?
So,
yeah, okay.
And how long have you been working on this one?
I think we started in March 2021. That's correct.
Oh.
And we've sort of been writing the songs as we go. Well, we've been recording at Brian Mann's place. Brian is the guitar player in the Mesmerisers.
Oh, lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And did he not record any of your previous album? Or
yes,
as well?
Yes.
That's right.
That's right. He's recorded 2 Mesmerisers albums now with me, and my last album, Psychopharmacologist.
Which was a wonderful album, I've got to say. I mean, we've got a lot of good feedback on that. And we've had a couple of songs on the show, and it's always popular, always very popular.
Yeah, well, I was very happy with it, that's right.
Yeah.
And Mick, that's when I started playing. I played it on 2 songs on Psychopharmacologist, and then, that's in COVID.
Yeah, we started playing together in 2020. We'd done our first gig actually on the 13th of March 2020, which was the last day before lockdown.
Yes.
And we'd done a show with Brian, actually, the 3 of us. And since then, during that year and the following year, we just started playing together. We'd sort of been together, for a few years and hadn't really thought about playing music together. So I just kind of wrote, however I kind of felt, and we didn't have any rules about how the songs were going to be or what style the songs were going to be,
It's all very organic, and it's all just sort of falling into place, basically.
Yeah.
Mick would write a song, we'd go over and record it. We'd write another song, we'd go over and record it, and then we'd think, should we, now we've played it a bit more, should we change it up a bit?
Soul Cats. Anyway.
10 tracks.
10 wonderful tracks. Mm-hmm. The album's called Love Is Calling. We're going to wrap up this interview right now, and we're going to show, well, before we go, we'll ask you about the clip we're going to show. It is the clip for this album, the title song from this album, Love Is Calling.
Directed and filmed by Tracy Walker, assisted by Steve Ludsky. We did it at Golby's venue at Ipswich.
Wonderful stuff. Folks, we're going to show the clip for that song. Thank you very much for coming in to the Sonny Michaels Show.
Thank you, Sonny.
And
here's the film clip.
That's the one. Here's the film clip for Love Is Calling.
Thank you. Enjoy it. Cheers.
Love
Really great stuff. It really is a superb album. Now, if you'd like a copy of that album, go to i94barrecords.bandcamp.com and follow the links, and you can get it right there. Now, next on the show, folks, is one of Australia's hardest working music acts, Dave Graney and Clare Moore. Dave Graney is a singer-songwriter, ARIA winner, author and radio broadcaster. Clare Moore plays drums, vibes, keys, percussion as well as singing. And guess what? She's played on every release Dave Graney's ever been involved in, including the band they are talking about tonight for us, the Moodists. Dave Graney and Clare Moore.
Hi, this is Dave Graney
and Clare Moore,
and we're talking about our video for Double Life, which we recorded in late 1984 with our band The Moodists, and it came out in 1985. In the UK, we recorded it for a British label called Red Flame, and the video we put together, it was part of it was filmed at the Camden Palace, was it?
Yeah, it's part of a TV show that was on London weekend television. It's very exciting for us at the time to have a full hour's worth of a gig on actual TV in the UK. We were very happy about that.
But we recorded at about 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh yeah, it was very early, and I think the audience were some kind of renter crowd who hung around all day.
There were some fans of ours who came along. They asked us if we could, but it was pre-internet. I don't know how we would have contacted them, but
they limited the crowd as well, though. So it wasn't really like a normal gig. It was kind of strange for us, particularly back then.
People who came to see us in London were kind of just 80s kinds of people. You can see their kind of teased up hair bobbing around. If there's some of it in this clip, but because there's other elements in the clip that are from Mick Harvey kind of Super 8 films that he took at a later gigs we did in I think in Croydon, or you think it was somewhere else?
He came to a gig in Croydon and also one in Hackney, I think, in a community centre, and we've got footage, and we loved having that footage because there's so little footage of us from that time. And most bands, actually, like a lot of the bands who were on at the Seaview Ballroom in Melbourne, there's not a lot of footage from that venue either, unfortunately.
And Mick and Katie Beale, his partner, were really good people, helpful people, and quite good friends still. But he was very good. They were good at archiving things. Taking care of people who might have been, not having the best luck or whatever. But anyway, they were good friends, and we still are. And this song came together after we recorded our album Thirsty's Calling. We started to do another one and didn't really finish it, but it sounds really great. We were in a great studio they put us in, and
it's not mixed, is it? Or I think it was released unmixed, unmastered, but it still sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty rough mix, but the studio was so great in wood
studio was incredible. Yeah. I got to set up my drum kit in a stone room, and it just sounded awesome, and the bass cabinet was in a long stone corridor as well. It just was such a change from recording here, where all the studios had carpet everywhere, and you had to add reverb, add the excitement later. And this all went down on tape over there in the UK. It was a really exciting time.
The studios were built for advertising in Australia and for music in the UK. This song came together. We got a cassette. Roland Howard got a cassette from Henry Rollins, and it was just people traded cassettes then of hard to get, bootleg things and that. And this was a bootleg of the Stooges. He and the Stooges doing a song called She Creatures of the Hollywood Hills, and we were listening to it, and then just sort of, that was how we wrote songs. We were just jamming around, and then we came up with this song, because I also wanted to do a song by Sly and the Family Stone called Life, And we tried to do that, and it just sounded very disappointing because we weren't flying the Family Stone. And their songs had such great production with horns and everything. And their song was called Life. And then it turned into Double Life out of these two things of the, just lots of music happens when you're wanting to be someone else or do something else, and it comes up. So this is Double Life by the Moodists, and you can see other people. If you, like our producer, Victor might appear somewhere. Victor Van Vught might appear somewhere. Our friend and live sound guy. But anyway, here we go.
Double Life. All right.
Just say that. Some people say one lie, they say no. Some people say, oh hey wow, that's too much. If they got anyone to say such things to, yeah. I went to the city, how long have I been gone? What's the time? Real time, what's the time? Real time. Yeah, I'm a little old friend. Yeah, we went for a ride. What about Greg? He's dead. Well, he's alive. Double life. Double life. What was I doing? What was I supposed to be doing? Did I do that? Or did? What's the time? Real time. What's the time? Real time. What's the time? Came up to the city party gates. Watch your feet walk on and talk your place. So the story goes, but you went down and your stomach wasn't grateful, satisfied, little snake. Huh. Your sister came to visit you with your new friends. How could you explain to her where you've been? Began to understand. You saw her again in the street. You ran into a shop. Blind. Hey, my God, that lamb's hind. Legs down his roots. Oh, you know it wasn't even fine. So the story went double wide. Double wide. Double wide. Double wide. How can I lay in your arms just like this? How can I lay in your arms just like this? How can I lay in your arms just like this? How can I lay in your arms just like this? I'm blind.
Dave Graney and Clare Moore, featuring with their band the Moodists. Now folks, Dave Graney and Clare are touring up and down the eastern states at the moment on the back of their most recent album titled Everything Was Funny. And if you don't have a copy of the album yourself, go out and get it. And for more information, go to www.davegraney.com. Our next act is a band which is always a popular addition to the show, Brisbane's own Delirium Seeds, featuring artists from legendary 1980s Brisbane acts, psychedelic rockers Purple Avengers and punk favourites Mystery of Sixes. Their song is called Dig. Here they are, Delirium Seeds.
She said the fix is in, so build a wall to keep it safe. And when she turned to walk to me, the wall we built was in between. Something in the way, something in the way, something went away. We will find a way, we will find a way, we will violate. So fly, she said, and fly I did, then flew so high it stole my breath. And when I fell back down to earth, I found I'd lost the gift of words. Something in the way, something in the way, something went away. We will find a way, we will find a way, we will violate. So dig, she said, and dig I did. My fingers broke in consequence. To taste the dirt and lose the sun was worth it just to see you once. Something in the way, something in the way, something went away. We will find a way, we will find a way, we will violate.
Always great to have them on the show. And you can visit their Bandcamp page at deliriumseeds.bandcamp.com. Hey, John. Now, John, you know
Sonny.
that I'm a connoisseur of 80s film.
Oh, certainly.
You know, cinematic triumphs such as 16 Candles and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Well, I'll tell you what, John.
What's that?
If 1980s movies have ever taught me anything, is that anyone with a sweater tied around their neck is going to be a right bastard.
How true, Sonny.
Yeah, well, we're off to an ad break now. When we come back, we've got the UK's Mark Hicks and Adelaide's IZERA, both with new tracks with an 80s flavour and more. So don't go away.
Couture for your cat, some habby for your tabby, or togs for your mog. Since 1959, Googans Cat Leisure and Evening Wear has everything a fancy feline would ever need.
Googans is the Bayside's leading capwear dealer, with only the top brands. So when your pampered pussy is ready to be let out of the bag, make sure they're sporting that Googan style. Ask for it by name. Googans Cat Leisure and Evening Wear, 13A, Upper Low Terrace, Bayside Village, open 7 days a week. Goggins, John. Goggins.
Pays the bills, Sonny.
Welcome back, folks. Burnley UK based singer-songwriter Mark Hicks is always a popular act on our show. Tonight will be no different. The track tonight is a great and appropriate new song from Mark titled Being Teenage in the 1980s, and it's the 10th track off his highly anticipated new album, which has just been released. And it's called Somewhere in Between Fabulous and Suicidal. Mark Hicks, make him welcome with his new single, Being Teenage in the 1980s.
Hello, Sonny Michaels, and thanks for having me on your show again. It's always a pleasure, mate. 80s, can't remember them really. I did so much in 90s, like, you know what I mean? But 80s, I started them at 13. I had a purple chopper, which were a bike, not a euphemism, and it were a death trap. It had a 3-gear gear stick right in front of where you sat. You didn't want to fall on that. I used to go calling for my mates on it because we didn't have mobile phones back then. We used to actually go and physically knock on a door and say, "Are you playing out?" None of this invisible thumbs on TikTok. No, that's not living. We used to go and play out with his mates, and they'd come out with a grifter, which were like a big BMX or the chopper, and we'd go tearing down dual carriageways, 15 miles with cars going 60 by us, and then go and swing across rivers on ropes and nearly kill ourselves, and then go back home again, and it was living. And music were important then, you know. Everybody had an identity on the back of punk. Punk were in the 70s, and I was too young for that. When I was 9 years old in 1976, I couldn't have put a sparky hairdo on and a safety pin through my nose. I'd have got funny looks, wouldn't I? Too young. But I got into Adamant Ants in 80s, and then ska. I went into Specials and Madness and Bad Manners, and my mates were into Soft Cell and Human League. And at school they'd always say, "What music are you into?" because it really mattered. And then in middle of 80s I got into the Smiths and New Order and Echo and the Bunnymen, stuff like that. And then on the back of that into the psychobilly music, and then I got myself into bands. I actually got involved in making music because people used to do that then as well. There was a live music scene before everything was just overproduced and crap. It was fantastic with 80s. I started 80s as a 13-year-old kid, ended 80s as a 23-year-old married man. Loved every minute of it. We were all fantastic with 80s apart from Margaret Thatcher. Anyway, thanks for having me. Bye.
Skateboard, could ride it anywhere I wanted to. She had a hula hoop, and she really had the motion. I played Pac-Man, and I always had the top score. She had a thing for Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. Yeah.
Back
the 1980s. What a time to be alive. Being teenage in the 1980s really made you feel alright. Being teenage in the 1980s, it was good to be alive. Being teenage in the 1980s really made you feel alright. Being teenage in the 1980s, what a time to be alive. Being teenage in the 1980s really made you feel alright. Being teenage in the 1980s, it was good to be alive. Being teenage in the 1980s really made you
I'll tell you what, folks, I've listened to that album, and I recommend you do yourself a favour and go and have a listen to it as well. It's going to be up on all the streaming services, and you can search Mark Hicks somewhere between Fabulous and Suicidal on YouTube, and you can listen to Mark's album in its entirety. And we'll have the links as well at the Sonny Michaels Show webpage, which is at www.thesonnymichaelsshow.com. Time for a tiny break. When we come back, we have Adelaide's IZERA. Please stay with us. Welcome back, folks. The next act is a band that's been on the show before and are one of my personal favourites. It's Adelaide's IZERA. These electrifying synth-pop rockers' song tonight will take you through a time portal right back to the 1980s themselves. The song is called Not My World. Give it up like crazy for IZERA.
We close our eyes just to dream. We kept the systems all so very clean. Never move from our screens. We watch the humans turn into machines. Where did the future go wrong? How did the whole world change in front of me? I don't know how long I think I'm supposed to take this. I don't know where to go. I know that I don't belong. It's not my world. It's not my fault. Am I locked out or locked in? I changed my password, but I'm still made of skin. I don't know where to begin. I could be asleep. There's no way of knowing where the future will go. How did the whole world change in front of me? I don't know how long I think I'm supposed to take this. I don't know where to go. I know that I don't belong. It's not my world. It's not my fault. Everything's oh so sublime. I've got a number and I've got some lights to shine. I have one thing left to say. Am I the human or am I the display? Where did the future go wrong? How did the whole world change in front of me? I don't know how long I think I'm supposed to take this. I don't know where to go. I know that I don't belong. It's not my world. It's not my fault.
IZERA, Not My World. Now, visit their website at izera.wixsite.com and have a squiz. Now, we have to go to a commercial break right now. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. Do you like movie soundtracks? Do you like TV soundtracks? Or even musical comedy soundtracks? If you answered yes to any of those things, then you need to party with Joe on 4ZZZ Soundtrack Show every Saturday night from midnight through to 2 a.m. The 4ZZZ Soundtrack Show plays a great variety of music including punk, blues, country, hip-hop, heavy metal and rock and roll. Grab a drink, turn up the volume just a little, and listen to Joe on the Soundtrack Show every Saturday night, 12 to 2 a.m. on 4ZZZ FM 102.1 MHz or live stream on 4ZZZ.org. The Sonny Michaels Show is a proud supporter of 4ZZZ and community radio. Well, folks, that's the end of the Sonny Michaels Show, Living in the 80s special. We really hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I want to thank all the special guests that have appeared on this evening's show. Space Party, Mick Medew and Ursula, Stuart Williams, Miles Gilderdale, Bob Short, Phantom Agents, Dave Graney and Clare Moore, Delirium Seeds, Mark Hicks, IZERA, and our house band Stencilled Jazz. Now, I also want to thank our sponsor Poison Arrow, and also you, the viewers and fans of the show. Now, if you'd like to help out our artists or our program, go to our website at www.thesonnymichaelshow.com and you'll find all the links to all the artist pages. And while you're there, have a gander at the Sonny merch page and share our show with your family and friends. And like we say on the Sonny Michaels Show, the more voices we have, the easier we are to hear. Hey, what did you think of that show, John?
Oh, incredible. I loved your man-eater video.
Why, thank you, John. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Anyway, John, one of the last things about the subject of the 1980s. Now, did I tell you that in 1981, I was riding my bike and I fell off and I hurt my knee quite badly. Quite gruesome it was. And the reason I'm telling you this now is because we didn't have social media back then. Okay, good people, I'll leave you with this thought. A wise person once told me to always listen carefully because, well, that's it. Thank you everyone for joining us. Be kind to each other, stay safe, and good night.
Guest and artist choose to fly. TAA the friendly guy. And drive. She'll be right, Carl Reynolds. Sonny stays at the Winning Creek Hotel and is dressed by Horns Menswear Chemistry. Stencilled Jazz is dressed by Poison Arrow, Rockabilly and Retro Clothing. This has been an MBP production for the MBP Network. This is John Voice speaking.